in alignment with the goals that were set for the students. Lack of clear communication. Sometimes if you do not have that day-to-day, like we just had, or even, communication, we might be misguided if we do not have, open and clear, respectful and focused communication. So those are the challenges that research identify as obstacles in collecting or monitoring students' progress, especially for parents. So we want to be cognizant of those and really have that in plan as we were working with our children. So here are strategies that we can employ to ensure that our students are making adequate progress on a daily basis or continuously. The first step is to understand your child's IEP or 504 plan. You should know the annual goals. You should know what are the goals for behavior, what are the goals for social skills. What goals are written into the IEP? We want to know that. What accommodations are students supposed to be getting, and what services supposed to be given to them? Are they supposed to be getting occupational therapies? Are they supposed to be getting related counseling? Are they supposed to be getting physical therapy in school? If they're supposed to, then you want to monitor that. You want to monitor how is that happening? Is it happening once a week as noted in the IEP, or in group or individual? However it is written into the IEP, you want to make sure that it is happening. Mrs. Abogen just shared with us that she did this every day.
Every day.
Yes. Spend substantial amounts of time with your child. That's one of the ways, might be the best way for you to know if your child is making progress or not. I can't depend on what teachers say to me, because teachers have 30 other kids in that classroom. But this is mine. So I had to monitor that for my child. And the way to know is, okay, how is he reading? How is he doing with the homework every day? How is he doing with that math problem? When he struggles, what does he do? And now, when my child struggles, what do? I try to teach him also, but then this is what happened. Then it's time to communicate with the teacher. If we see a lapse, we really had to tackle it head on right away, immediately. And the way for us to know is by spending that time. So homework time, yes, you're doing something as well. You're right there together, monitoring and seeing the way they're progressing. How about their independence level? Is their independence level growing by the day, by the week? What do you notice in their reading, in their writing, in their math? What are you noticing in sharing, in taking turns? What are you noticing? So that's aligned with the goals that were set for the child. So it's important for us to do that. Use the school tools and the portals. The school have every school have a portal now that they use, whether they do the Frontline or they do Power Teacher or Blackboard, whatever the app that the school is using, which is online, and you can see your student grade, you can see what's going on. Connect to that, find it should be available to every parent, so you will be able to see what the teacher is inputting and see if you agree with it or you don't. If you see the same thing. If you don't see the same thing, yeah, it's time to, hey, I saw what you put on the whatever, but this is a little different from what I saw at home yesterday or 2 days ago or a week ago. So it's important to be able to do that. Every school have communication app for parents, either Class Dojo, either Parent Square, whatever the school where your child goes, whatever they use there, you want to be active, communicating to parents through that measure, continuously. Even in college, you
Hmm.
can build in progress monitoring with the advisor, because in college, once the child goes to a school where they are providing services, in every school we have in college, we have Office of Student Services. So with that Office of Student Services, you can, as long as your child give you permission, because they're considered adults. So your child has to give you permission that you can call and check on their progress, and they will release progress to you. So then those are the things that we do in the beginning. Once they're getting into college, you want to set that up. And once you get there, then they will be able to talk to you. They might not call you like the high school teacher will call you, or the elementary school teacher will call you. College will not call you, but you can call them. And when you call them, they will answer you because your name is on the list. If your name is not on the list, get your child there to sign you up. And then you'll be able to get to monitor their progress to make sure that they actually achieving their goals as scheduled. Yes, communicate with teachers regularly outside of the structured parent meetings. And I had to put that there because sometimes you might need to call for an IEP meeting, and you have the right to call for that as many times as needed. The law allows any part of anyone from the IEP team to call for IEP meeting for any reason that you find that will support your child, especially parents. So even if you call for that IEP meeting 4 times a year, 6 times a year, yes, you have the right to it. So you can call for IEP meeting and say, hey, I'm noticing this. What can we do? We need to adjust the IEP. So track the progress at home, just like we discussed. You can use that by using this simple checklist, whatever work for you. If app work for you, there are so many apps out there. Spreadsheet, I think, is very simple enough. So if you have spreadsheet like a Google Sheet or whatever sheet work for you, and you can just list it. There's a reading skill, math, social skills, behavior skill, and you have them in different columns like that. And the day that you notice something about reading, you put it in there. The day you notice something about their behavior, you put it in there. And then you have your data in one spot. If that works for you, go ahead and do it. Behavior progress charts. There are so many ways you can do that. In the IEP, sometimes they have like progress monitoring sheets. Some district have it, some district may not. If they don't, you can ask for it. That you will like a progress monitoring sheet at home that have all the goals that that was set for the child in the IEP, and they give you a copy. Of course, you have a copy of your child's IEP anyway, and then you can print that out and just use that as your charts and document what you see or what you don't see, what you want to see that you don't see. You can also document that. Student portfolio. Every now and then, teachers will send in student work to parents. You may want to keep that as student portfolio. You may want to keep that to see progress over time. For instance, my first marking period is ending now. In most schools, most elementary, high school, first marking period is coming to an end by November ending, or maybe even, first marking period is coming to an end. So teachers might send in a portfolio, a group of students sample work to you. So you might want to keep that and see, okay, these are the skills that were taught for this marking period. This is how my child performed. Is that adequate? If it's not, what do we need to do? So it is important to take care of that. So if the progress is minimal, then it's time to call for adjustment. If the progress is inconsistent, today the child scored 10 out of 10, tomorrow is 0 out of 5, or what's going on? So then you really want to see what is causing this. What are the distractions? Why the inconsistencies? So you want to look into that. So if the goal has been met quickly, maybe this is the first marking period and all the goal that was set for IEP is already met, then it's time to readjust. It's time to set a new challenging goal so that students will continue to grow. And if a student shows regression, then it's time to reassess and really and see what is it that we need to do differently. Maybe we need additional support. Maybe we need to reevaluate and see, if the child is rightly diagnosed, if the child is in the right setting and all that. So we have to consider all of that if the kid is not growing or the child is regressing. So as parents, we have to be on top of that. Like I said, the teacher have 30 other kids. Not that they don't care for your child, but it can be overwhelming for teachers. But when you're there, then, they will pay attention. So some of the data that you can request from the school, you can ask them for the reports, of course. If they have any platform that they use, such as HighReady, such as there are other platform like learning platform that the school uses, you can ask them because they will have the data. You can ask them for that data directly. NWEA is called MAP assessment. It's what a lot of school uses now because it kind of mimics the NJSLA. So you can ask for that directly. You want to see what that platform says about your child, and you can ask for that. You have the right to it. Acadians is another one. So whichever one the school uses, you can ask for that data. Of course, quarterly goal updates. It is a right that is built into the IEP. So these are some of the questions that parents can ask, and also based on what you're noticing at home. Of course, you can ask them whatever question comes to your mind. No question is wrong. You can ask them, what can you do at home? If the teacher is doing their own, how can I support what's going on in the classroom? So these are collaboration tips. It's important for us to actually work together nicely with the teacher or the teachers or the IEP team in general. So the physical therapist, the occupational therapist, the counselor, and so on and so forth, everyone that work with your child. It's important for you to know them, maintain open and respectful communication with them, and keep documentation of meetings and notes, because we all know that special education is rooted in data. We need document. So every meeting that you attend, make sure you document, and whatever the outcome is, who's supposed to reach out to you, what's supposed to change, you want to keep record of that. Because if they do not do that, then you have the right to ask them for compensatory services at the end of the school year. If it's not given, whatever is written to the IEP, that is not given to your child, you can ask the school for compensatory services to be provided. And the law give parents that right, and you can do that. So these are some of the resources where we can connect with other parents. Just like we try to connect here to be a support to one another. There are so many others on the district level, at the state level, that are there for parents. So when we check the school website, sometimes you might be able to find the advocacy group for the school. Every school have a parent-teacher organization, the PTO. That's another way that parents can have a voice, because you can speak directly into what goes on in the school. You can see what curriculum they're using, what are their practices, the procedure, and how is that affecting your child, that you can have a say in what goes on in the school. All right. So I don't know if anybody have any question, before we move on. Okay. If you don't have any question, I think the next slide that I saw, these are some resources that I wanted to share last month. We didn't get to it because we ran out of time. So these are some books, because we talked about executive function skills last month. So if anyone is interested in any of the books, of course, they're very helpful. At least they give you a little laugh, a little joy, and some strategies too and understanding into what might be going on with our children. And it's not just students with special needs that struggle with executive function skills. It's just more for them. Okay, so since I didn't see any question in the chat, you can always unmute. So this is the way to reach us if you need to. Please feel free to do that. If anyone needs to take a picture of this or you want to share this with anyone, please feel free to do it. Our next meeting, moving forward, December 20th. I'm thinking, I don't know if it's feel too close for Christmas. I don't know. Do you think we should cancel for December, or are we all okay with December 20th? It's not too close. All right.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right. So then we meet. So we meet next month by God's grace, December 20th. If there's any topic in particular you want us to address, please reach out to me. You can text it to me. You can put it, fill it out in the registering link. So that's where I pick the topic that we talk about from. So depending on what people ask, that's how I pick the topic. So if there's anything you want us to talk about, please feel free to reach out, text it, email, however you can. So here is the supplement that we talked about last month that Dr. Mwale has put together, and some parents have testified that they use it and it has helped their children with autism. It is not a medicine, it is a supplement, just like you would take any other supplement like magnesium or Centrum, whatever it is. And this is, it is all natural, plant-based. And Dr. Mwale is on this call. If anybody have any question about it, we can ask him. He's here. I want to thank people that have donated to Super Mom Foundation in Nigeria. This is a group of women. They are all women, surprisingly. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. But they're all mothers that came together because they have children with one need or the other. And as we all know that in Nigeria, support is very scanty, maybe non-existent, I should say, non-existent. It's nothing in existence for them. So, and we just want to come alongside with them to support them however we can. So if anyone is willing, these are the list of the things that they sent to me that they need. If anyone is willing, please reach out to me if you want to support them, whatever you can. I want to be able to do that before the end of this year. At least you want to make a donation to them once a year. So, and the year is running to an end. So far, I think I've had like 1 or 2 people donated. So, and I want to reach out to us again. By the end of the month, by God's grace, or early December, I want to send in whatever we're able to collect. I want to send it to them so that we can support them to do whatever they can do with it. Yeah, so they need financial assistance. They need a lot of things, really. So as we conclude, unless we have any other question, I want to remind us that progress is not accidental. It does not happen accidentally. It happens only by intention. So it's important for us to celebrate wins and advocate with clarity, because together we can make every step count. And as we all look into the season of Thanksgiving, I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving, and we find a lot of things to be thankful for. Like Matthew Jacobson said, behind every young child who believes in himself is a parent who believes first. So we believe in our children. We believe that they will do well. And that's why we do what we do. So thank you, everyone, for logging in again today. Thank you for your resilience, parents. And I say, hanging in there, it gets better if we do not give up.
Mhm.
So happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you again for
Thanksgiving.
joining us. So if you do not have any other question, that concludes our meeting today. I want to stop recording.
Thank you.
We thank God. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I think I missed some. Let me see. Do I miss? I'm looking in the chat. It looked like. Okay, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm not missing anything. So I will stop recording.